Hello everyone, I welcome you all to today's webinar on 5 major observability challenges for DevOps. I am Ranjni, product marketer, and I will be handling today's session. Moving on to today's session, we will have an overview of what observability is, how monitoring and observability are complementary to each other, the post challenges, and the proposed solutions. To begin with, let's first try to understand what observability means. If you are able to understand and explain your system behavior at any given point, then your system is observable. What that implies is during an incident, one should be able to arrive at the root cause as quickly as possible. Let's see what constitutes observability a little further. Metrics, logs, and traces are generally known as the three pillars of observability. Metrics help you observe your application behavior over a period of time. Traces help you examine your application state at any given instance. Logs help you identify set of parameters leading to a given state of the system, thus enabling you to reproduce an entire incident. So, correlating data from metrics, logs, and traces shows you a holistic picture of your environment. While on the subject of observability, let us not exclude monitoring. In fact, observability and monitoring are complementary to each other. The more observable your system is, the more value you can derive from monitoring. For instance, let's consider an example. Let's say you own a franchise of a cafe. Individual parameters from each cafe would help you determine how it functions and the scope of improvement in its space. Whereas, if you assess them as a franchise completely, you would want to collate individual details and correlate with the market demand and supply for accurate decision making. Observability is setting goals for effective management of the franchise, while monitoring is tracking the progress of each individual shop that align with your goals. With that being discussed, let's move on to the 5 major observability challenges for DevOps. But before discussing what are the challenges, let's have a look at why do we have those challenges in the first place. The current application landscape is complex. As we decouple from monoliths to microservices, the entire application landscape is spawned across various environments. These could be hybrid cloud, multi cloud, or cloud native. Also, the pandemic has only accelerated the move to cloud. According to a Forrester report, public cloud spendings are projected to increase by 35%. This isn't surprising, isn't it? So, what does this indicate? Migrating to the cloud is no longer a luxury for businesses, but the need of the hour. As the complexity of a system increases, the number of factors affecting the performance increases multi-flow, thus making your system observable, that is, easier to debug, diagnose, and deploy becomes the need of the hour. It is easier said than done. And now, let's discuss some of the challenges in achieving observability. The very first challenge is identifying the key metrics that align with your business goals. Identifying your KPIs and tying them to your business goals is the very first challenge that needs to be addressed. If you start monitoring numerous parameters, that would probably result in noise, and two less metrics would be insufficient to arrive at a conclusion. For instance, a startup would initially focus on uptime, availability, and end user experience. But as the startup scales and moves on to become an enterprise, they may want to handle the data in a private cloud or have their own data centers. In this instance, they would want to monitor their cloud infrastructure as well as their data center operations in-house as well. So, the monitoring parameters vary in both instances, and hence the possible solution is to start understanding the need and scope of your monitoring system in the first place. Define the business metrics that need to be measured accordingly. And as you scale, continuously re-evaluate your parameters to derive significant insights. The next challenge is having too many tools in place. The main goal of observability is to assess the system health at any given point of time. But having too many tools to observe different parts of the system gives a fragmented view of the system. Deriving context from every tool also increases the cognitive load for the DevOps team. One possible solution is to collate the data from various tools under one roof. For instance, this can be achieved by using custom dashboards. You can group related resources like say applications and its dependent services in one dashboard for a holistic view. Another key challenge is having the monitoring data in silos. This results in a lack of correlation, making root cause analysis difficult. This in turn increases the time taken to debug an issue, subsequently affecting the mean time to detect and respond. One possible solution here would be to have tighter integration among the tools. Integrated tools can automatically detect failures in dependent systems and enable you to arrive at a root cause easily. Also, in case of microservices, distributed tracing comes handy. With the distributed tracing in place, you can trace the flow of the system across the components, identify the origin of the error, the path traversed, and the corresponding affected services. This would help you map out the ripple effect and debug instantly. Let me now show you a quick example of how the above solutions could work in real time. Moving on to Site 24/7 client, let's take Zilker. Zilker has their application, servers, and logs monitored by Site 24/7. By collating all the key parameters using custom dashboards, Zilker can have a high-level overview of how their application is functioning. They can identify application status, whether all the monitors are up or if any critical ones are in down or trouble state, correlate front and back end performance, and also correlate with logs at a quick glance. Now, speaking of integration between the tools, one can also add dependency monitors with Site 24/7. Now, let's say this particular Java application is actually hosted on this server. All that one needs to do is map this application monitor to the corresponding dependent server monitor. Now, how this helps? This comes handy in cases like when the server fails, since the API monitors are dependent, they can automatically identify that the problem is with the server. Or if they get a down alert only for applications and not for servers, they can easily narrow down to inspecting application problems rather than inspecting the server in the first instance. This saves time during debugging. Also, coming to distributed tracing, let's just look at this particular trace of this Java application. As you can see, this particular transaction from Java application has actually called for another transaction in a node application to complete it. You can also click on this details view to see the individual methods and calls that is called in the node application to inspect further. You can also drill down to the individual line of exceptions to identify the ripple effect or to identify patterns or incident failures. Let's now revert back to the remaining challenges. Another brewing challenge is identifying anomalies and reducing alert fatigues as generated by AIOps. Trivial failures, ones that are not showstoppers, happen all the time. Hence, it is difficult to segregate normal, trivial, and critical failures. This segregation is vital because the AI can alert only based on the data that's being fed. The better the quality of data, the better the accuracy of predictions. Also, you wouldn't want to drown your ops team under alerts for known issues and trivial incidents. Here's where automation can come handy. Identify patterns in failures and automate steps to resolve them, thereby not triggering an alert in the first place. Review your training models frequently after mitigating the anomalies. Ensure that a feedback mechanism is in place. Get frequent feedbacks from DevOps to confirm that anomalies are indeed so when predicted. These are some of the few steps that you can take to reduce alert fatigue and improve accuracy. Last but not the least, achieving observability in cloud native platforms. While almost every application is in cloud today, there are stark differences between running an app in multi or hybrid cloud environment and building a cloud native application. For instance, ensuring that your microservices are orchestrated and deployed properly is of prime importance. And as you scale, the level of such configurations exponentially increase, and even a small error can cost a lot. Also, when applications run completely in the cloud ecosystem, they are dependent or tied to the respective cloud platforms. Tweaking them to the business needs demands them to be optimized for the respective environments. One possible solution is to integrate your monitoring system with the CI CD pipeline. This would ensure that an issue in deployment is detected at the early stage itself. Use deployment markers to analyze the performance impact of deployments automatically and custom metrics to track the impact on key business metrics. Having all services log to a centralized logging system enables DevOps to detect incident patterns or failures across the business as a whole. Let's have a look at how automation can come handy. Let's take the case of Zilker again. In some cases, the Zilker DevOps team may notice that the old servers serve sites slower when they are long running. This could be because of long running transaction request or any deadlock request that happens. So in this case, this being a known issue, their DevOps team can automate this process. How? So all that you can do is whenever you feel that your response time is being increased, you can write a script to kill the long running transactions or deadlock issues without creating an alert in the first place. All that you need to do is configure an automated script by setting a threshold for your response time. Let's say whenever your average response time exceeds 10,000 milliseconds, you can automatically write a script and execute it. This would ensure that the long running processes are killed and your application response time can be contained. If the issue persists even still, you can configure to get an alert. Now, when it comes to exceptions, you need to figure out all the relevant places that are affected by similar bugs. Now, this is where having a centralized logging platform could come handy. A centralized logging platform could enable you to find errors across your systems and arrive at an optimal mitigation strategy. Now, here for instance, let me just try to pull out all the exceptions and error traces of the application monitors. Now, as you can see, there are tens and thousands of exceptions only for the application monitors alone. I can further drill down this by having grouped them only by their exception or transaction names. Now, this filter, as you can see, just pulls out all the transactions in which an exception have occurred. Now, I can still further drill down by taking one particular transaction and trying to see what kind of exceptions has occurred in that transaction. Let me just show you how to do the same. Now, as you can see, for this particular transaction, there are two exceptions in this particular transaction alone. So, by drilling down deeper and correlating across all your monitors or all your monitoring data, you can actually correlate and try to reorchestrate the entire incident itself as much as possible. So, to sum up, the needs and goals of observability vary, and so does the challenges posed by them. The challenges that we discussed are just tip of the iceberg. As observability becomes a norm and more applications move to the cloud, the challenges would still unfold in more ways. Now that we have an overview of the challenges and respective solutions, let's take a quick look at how Site 24/7 can help you achieve the same. As a full stack solution, Site 24/7 also provides you with other options to monitor different parts of your infrastructure. Using Site 24/7, you can monitor your websites and investigate any server level issues across multiple operating systems such as Windows, Linux, and macOS. You can also monitor your AWS or Azure instances and even monitor servers or websites within your internal network. Site 24/7 APM helps you in monitoring your entire application stack and track every transactions that happen, allowing you to optimize them before your end users are affected. Site 24/7 APM is currently available for Java, PHP, .NET, Node.js, and Ruby applications. At Site 24/7, we take your data security seriously. We are compliant by following multiple security certifications like GDPR, ISO IEC, etc. And as you can see, Site 24/7 is integrated with many third-party integrations that facilitate multiple communications like Slack or PagerDuty or even Microsoft Teams. These integrations enable you to converse easier. Site 24/7 has over 10,000 customers globally, and we handle over 1 billion incoming metrics. We are a proven SaaS solution since we were built in-house in Zoho, which currently serves over 50 million users. Join the family of customers like GoDaddy, Cisco, Ford, SAP, Reliance, Wipro, and many more. If you wish to contact us for more details, you can mail us at support@site247.com or sales@site247.com. You can also call us using one of these toll-free numbers. I hope that you found this webinar to be informative and interesting. Thank you for all your time.